Hello YouTube, it's Clay Grider coming at you with a deck profile. I got 16th place at the Rosemont Regional playing Sky Striker Maliss. You may have seen me on the Dreadmaster YGO YouTube channel, but here I'm posting on my own. Want to get this list out here and maybe see what others are doing with the Sky Striker version of Maliss and where I would like to take the deck going forward. Let's just dive right into it. Started with 3 Dormouse, pretty standard. Same with the 3 White Rabbit. You just want to see the Maliss names, they're the best names. And I opted to play 2 Chessy Cat. It's the worst one that you want to start with, but at the same time, 1 doesn't feel like enough to me. That's why I opted to play 2. And then the 1 Dotscaper, you play it, you want to banish it off Red Ransom. The 1 Codasol, this card was okay at the tournament. I wouldn't say it was a game changer by any means, and actually going forward, I'd probably cut this card. The 1 Magnamhut, it's a amazing hand trap in this format, and it searches the other card that I was playing, which were 2 Druiswurms, another amazing hand trap and removal, answers detonator, a lot of utility in this format. For other hand traps, I opted to play 3 Shifter in the main because I respected Fiendsmith a lot during this tournament. But I honestly only ran into like 2 Fiendsmith decks in 9 rounds, which is absolutely crazy. But still going forward for the big events, I still do think maining this is the correct option. I know you might not want to see it in the mirror match, but maybe they're on the Fiendsmith engine and they have to play pure at that point. And the only other hand trap I mained was Imperm, just overall good utility. You might need it. Up next, the 3 Maliss traps, pretty standard. Some people are often to play multiple TB-11s, but I personally just think it's fine at 1. You can recycle it if you need to. We got 3 Maliss in Underground and the Terraforming. I am playing Thrust, so that's why I opted to play Terraforming, and sometimes, like in games 2 and 3, I might take out one of these and leave in Terraforming, so Thrust has access to it. The 1 Gold Sarc, it's like a pseudo starter in this deck. You want to banish things. Then the Sky Striker package, I played 3 Engage. This is pretty standard. And then the Hornet drones and the Widow Anchor in the main, because Widow Anchor is like a solo answer to Detonator if you play against Ryziel. And honestly, sometimes your end board's even going first. You can end on this with nothing in your main monster zone, like with the Terahertz line. So it does come up where you can steal your opponent's monster if they're not expecting it, like if you hard open this and don't show them that you searched it. I played 2 Allure. These almost come out games 2 and 3 every single time. It's just there to add some consistency to the deck going first. I mained 2 Talent and 2 Thrust. This is kind of a different ratio. I know a lot of people play 3 Thrust and 1 Talent, and I think that might be correct going forward. I just really wanted to open Talent in game 1 to hand rip, and every time I did do that, I felt like I won the game instantly. So maybe this is correct, but at the same time with the Sky Striker cards, the Thrust is absolutely insane. And then the last 2 cards I decided to main were 2 Book of Eclipse. These cards were good, but I think going forward, I'm going to put these in the side for another card that I'll show you in a little bit. Onto the extra deck. Since we are on the Sky Striker cards, I played 1 Kagari. It's, you know, the best Sky Striker for this engine. The 1 Link Decoder, good extender. 1 Lingaribo, sometimes you just need to make this. This is actually really funny in the mirror match if you can get this to stick when they only have the trap like active to bring back their white binder or something like that. This puts them in a very funny scenario. And then I am playing Link Spider mainly for the Nib token if it ever comes up. It's not mandatory must play, but I decided to play it. Link 2's Haggard Lizardose. This thing's crazy. I mean, this is what I make most often if I start with the Dormouse line to banish it, and then this plus that Dormouse to go into Red Ransom. SP Little Knight, this is Interruption and Extender. This card is absolutely insane and a must play. Splash Mage, you're playing a Cyberse deck. Sometimes this comes up, sometimes it doesn't. And then you're playing one of each of the Maliss names, one Red Ransom, one White Binder, and one Hearts Crypter. Pretty self-explanatory. I did play the Firewall for the... there's multiple utilities with this card. You can either make it and then not use the bounce effect, and then it's 2 interruptions or 2 bounces on your opponent's turn. Or if you get really greedy with the Terahertz line, you can like bounce 2 back, and one's a Chessy and one's another name, and then you link off the Red Ransom and the White Binder that this is pointing to, and then you can summon one of those, make the Hearts Crypter, and then go into the Terahertz using this. Accesscode, this is your extender in this deck. I don't know why it's so good in this deck, banishing your names. Don't forget, if this gets impermed or negated somehow, you can keep banishing darks. Please don't forget that. And then I play Terahertz. This is my boss monster. I know some people play Nightmare Griffin. Some people are just ending on Firewall, but I'll still prefer to play this. And the 2 targets, Desavewurm and Aggregator. And I'm also siding Ulti Slayer, so that's why we kept Aggregator in there. Onto the side, 3 Lancia, because we want to beat the mirror match as much as possible. I mean, it's a turn skip against this deck, so you got to play it. 3 Fua. Good into the mirror, good into a lot of decks. You just want to draw a ton of cards. I mean, self-explanatory. 1 D-Barrier, Thrust Target. Pure Rise, you'll just absolutely turn it off. And then the card I wish I mained, and I will main going forward, is 3 Dominus Impulse. I did not respect this card enough, especially in the mirror match. And I played 4 mirror matches that day. I feel like if I main this, I win all of those mirror matches instead of splitting them 2-2. Going forward, I'll 100% play this in the main. It's good into like the Fiendsmith engine. It's good into Bystials. If your opponent makes a board and then they have Nib in hand, this can like protect you from Nib. There's so many utilities for Dominus Impulse. I'm definitely going to main it going forward. 1 Ulti Slayer, Thrust Target. Pretty self-explanatory. 1 Call by the Grave because we hate Lancia. These cards here, I'm going to probably cut going forward. I played 2 Crossout not only for Lancia, but also the mirror match. It's really funny if they like just normal summon like a Dormouse and you cross out and negate it. It's absolutely hilarious. And then this card, Duster, never came in the entire tournament. I'd never found a matchup where this thing was useful. I'm actually going to be cutting this going forward, which I can't believe I'm saying that, but it didn't provide much utility during the entire tournament, so I think I'm just not going to play it going forward. Instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to take those out of the deck, throw the Dominus Impulses in the main, and also we're going to get rid of the Code of Soul that was in here. Code of Soul is like, it's an okay extender, but I just feel like I really didn't need it. And then we're going to also take out the books, throw those in the side. So what we're going to do is we are going to throw those Dominus Impulses in the main, and then we're going to bump up the Book of Eclipse to 3 in the side. So there should be another Book of Eclipse in here. But I think that leaves you with 1 extra slot, which is probably going to be used for Artifact Sanctum, just so you can get to your Lancias quicker. You want to, especially with Thrust, you don't want to just have to hard open these. If you have Thrust and they activate a monster effect, you can just set Sanctum, which feels so much better. But other than that, I think that's it going forward. Like I said, I'm going to main the Dominus Impulse with the Imperms, the Shifters, and the Bystials. I think that puts me on 12 hand traps. I think that's how I want this build to go going forward. Other than that, I think that's it. Shout outs to Tag Team Collectibles in Kokomo, Indiana. They're the best locals hosts I could ever ask for. And thanks to all the guys in Kokomo for making me, be able to get close to top in these regionals every single time. But other than that, I think that's it. See ya.